Everybody, Chris here. Welcome on Eclipse Day here in the United States. Big solar eclipse today. Hope some of you got to see it if you were in the path. We were close here in Boston, a little bit south of where the full thing was. That was up in Maine and northern New Hampshire and Vermont up there. But here, a little bit of overcast sky. But MyDoge wallet has the Dogecoin. Yes, the Doge eclipse. A lot of talk about the moon today, and we're going to talk about Dogecoin to the moon and are millionaires going to be made with Dogecoin this year in 2024. So we're going to talk about that as well. But the eclipse thing is kind of fun anyway. And I took some pictures, which is kind of interesting. I just took my phone and went over my shoulder looking up. And it's like the Apple camera didn't quite know what to do, like trying to capture this thing because it was slightly overcast. The brightness was just kind of diffused, which was that. But then it made the shadow up over here, and the shadow is the eclipse. But the sun's over there. It's like it didn't know what to do. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting shot there. So I took another one just to see what would happen, and it did the same thing. But then that shadow happened again, but it was up here. That was kind of interesting. So anyway, just kind of a fun thing on Eclipse Day. And also a fun thing is if you like on Google Trends, like my eyes hurt. Search term on Google spiked at 3:30. Look at that. Just a huge spike and like my eyes hurt. It's like, what are you looking at the eclipse for, folks? Did they tell you? Don't look. Don't even glance at it. That brightness of that sun will just pop right through your eye. So yeah, it's kind of funny. My eyes hurt. Search term spikes up. But what do we have for Dogecoin? 20 cents. We got 20-cent Dogecoin. How about that, guys? Yeah, overnight we finally broke up above this 20-cent line. We had a little bit of it on Sunday, just for a short time, and then classic trading, right? Whenever there's a key line, you'll trade up over, retest it, and then if it drops back below, it retests it as resistance. 1, 2, 3, almost 4 times before finally, early this morning, coming up, crossing over 20 cents, retesting it as support, and then moving on up. It's classic trading right there. So that's it for Dogecoin. We got 20-cent Dogecoin now. Will it hold? That's a big question. We will be watching for that. So what's going on? Bitcoin. Bitcoin halving is coming up. The BTC halving draws near. That's getting a lot of attention as Bitcoin runs up over 71,000. Was actually up over 72. Came up to 72,700 this morning. And if we go to the 4-hour chart, we can see that high this morning at 72.7 didn't quite make it to all-time high, which is now roughly 73.7. So we are a little bit under for Bitcoin, just a little bit under that. But still good positive movement after Bitcoin bounced, down here at 65,000 just a week ago. So from 65,000 up to 71K is pretty good move by Bitcoin. And of course, Dogecoin had dipped down to 16.8 and now trading back up above 20 cents. Couldn't quite get back into my purple box though. Couldn't quite make it. So we'll be looking for Doge to move up into the purple box and then do a bunch of trading up there. So that's what we'll be looking for. But overall, Bitcoin, yeah, and Ethereum. Ethereum had a good run today too. So do you think Bitcoin is going to hit 300,000 this cycle? Well, if Bitcoin hits 300,000 from where it is now at roughly 71K, that's a 4x. That means Dogecoin would be from 20 cents up to 80 cents if it followed Bitcoin and traded the same amount. 80-cent Dogecoin. Is that going to make millionaires? It would for me. I'll take that. I'll take 80-cent Dogecoin. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. But is that going to happen? We don't know. We don't know what it's going to do. We buy, we accumulate, we pick up more on dips or just DCA, and we hodl it and we wait and we see what happens. We don't play games. We're not traders, right? We're not traders. For those that sold somewhere, let's say it came up to 18.4 and you sold and said, well, I'm going to sell there and I'm going to buy back in when it gets down below 17, back in the 16s. Well, guess what? You missed out because Dogecoin only went down to about 18 cents from 18.5 and then just traded on up. So if you're trying to play those kinds of games, like you're going to do this big swing trade, going to sell all your Doge, buy back in at a lower price. Well, now you've got to buy back in at a higher price and you're chasing Dogecoin going up at a higher price. So not a great idea. Not a great idea. And someone in the chat on Friday night was like, yep, I sold the Doge. It's dropping back down into the 16s. I'm going to buy it there. And I said on Friday, I was like, I wouldn't do that, but you've done it. Good luck. I don't know. I don't see it. And sure enough, Doge just traded on up. So now there's another one who is missing out on good gains with Dogecoin. So So that's what we see in the market right now happening. Again, this run is really led by Bitcoin pre-halving. The halving is not that far away now, about what, 11, 12 days until the halving. It's coming. It's coming, guys. CoinMarketCap has a little halving countdown right here. Well, 10 days and 22 hours, which would bring it right till early Saturday morning, my time, on the 20th is what that's looking like. The average block time right now is just about 10 minutes, just a little under. So these predictions for early Saturday morning on 4/20, which is Doge Day. Yes, 4/20 Doge Day is also going to be Bitcoin halving day. What is that going to mean for volatility in the markets? Well, it's a Saturday, so there's no other trading going on. The ETFs aren't trading. Stock market isn't open. It's all focused on crypto. So that will be an interesting day for trading. I don't think there's going to be a huge dump. I think it's basically just going to be blah. It's just going to be flat, is what I'm guessing. And then, as I've said before, I think following the Bitcoin halving a little bit later, we're going to see a dip in the market. I just see that coming for Bitcoin. And of course, the rest of the crypto market will follow along with that. But for now, 20.16, we're trying to stay above 20 cents here. And we'll be watching that throughout the live here. And we'll get into more on Dogecoin in just a little bit. But first, I want to check in on the chat here. What are you guys talking about here in the chat? We got Mason, Ohio. Dogecoin Eclipse begins a new era. Let's go. Tanver wants to know if there's a historical green candle that's going to happen before the halving. That would be awesome. I mean, there's certainly a lot of interest in Doge. I mean, we see the big tick up in volume here. Again, most of that was on the backs of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin was like flat dead at midnight. There's like no trading whatsoever. The volume was completely dead right here. And then 3 o'clock, 4 in the morning, huge trading, Bitcoin going up. So this move today was all on the backs of Bitcoin. There were some others that actually traded much higher, did pretty well. VeChain, big. We can actually look on CoinMarketCap and we can say, hey, which ones are moving here? From Neo, Toncoin, with moving again. But here's VeChain, up almost 10%. Jasmy also making a move up over 10%, back into the top 100 for Jasmy. And then ETH, like we talked about. Optimism, others. So yeah, there was some good movement in the markets today that we saw. Samuel says, I bet we dip hard after the eclipse. Well, the eclipse has come and gone, and we are just holding above 20 cents. So that's pretty good. Kevin thinks we're dipping hard right during the halving, dipping hard. That's going to be early in the morning on Saturday, the 20th. We will see. Joe from Seattle, welcome. Yeah, there was no eclipse over in Seattle. It was all over here. What insight do you have for someone who has less Dogecoin than you to select a target point to take profit? Again, it doesn't matter how much Doge you have. It just is a matter of when you feel comfortable taking profits. Where's your price point? What do you think? And of course, always, why are you selling? Are you selling because you need the money? You want to cash out, or do you want to try and time the market, buy or sell when it's at its peak, so then you can buy in after the next bear market in 2026, let's say, and then buy back in 2027. That's what some people are doing. They're following that 4-year cycle that we've talked about a lot. So it doesn't matter how much you have. It's just Why would you sell? Why are you selling? I'm going to sell a good chunk of my Dogecoin, not all of it, but I am going to be taking profits on Dogecoin this cycle and maybe be a millionaire in Dogecoin. That would be pretty cool. Gain says it was about an 80% eclipse here in Iowa. Boston, we had about 95% or something like that. So not complete 100% here, but and we had this hazy cloud sky though, so it wasn't super clear. So it didn't really get dark. It didn't get very much dark here. Mike's here. Welcome, Mike. Not expecting to be a millionaire with 125,000 coins, but looking to be debt-free. You know, Joshua, debt-free is a good thing because then that allows you to accumulate and save from there where you're not having to pay off debt. So very good to be debt-free. That's very, very good. You don't want to be making car payments, especially credit card payments. Those are terrible. Get out of debt. That's always the first step, is get out of debt and then go from there. Northwestern Cattle asking about anyone using the MyDoge app. I do. I use the MyDoge app. That's what I use whenever I buy movie tickets on AMC or anything else. It all comes out of MyDoge. And I also have that linked to my Twitter account, which is my MyDoge address right there on my Twitter profile. And of course, is Dogecoin going to make millionaires in 2024? Which is what we're talking about right now. Is Doge going to do that? Nice start to the week, Ewan says. Matthew, how are you? What do you think about the new Doge on Solana? Hate it. It's not Doge. That is not Dogecoin. That is some Doge knockoff token thing that is completely ridiculous. Devs making something off the backs of Dogecoin so they can make money off the backs of you who are buying it. So no, not touching it, not supporting it. I've got almost 3 million in Doge, John, just about. I'm at about 2.8 million or so Dogecoin. We are here to make some money, Dogecoin hype. A lot of us are into Dogecoin for more than just making money, though. I mean, I like Dogecoin also because I think it's going to do very well. So as an investment, it's a great thing. Not the best, but pretty good, which is why I have a portfolio of a bunch of other things too. And some things in my portfolio have far outperformed Dogecoin. But from here going forward, Dogecoin has the potential to beat everything, as we've shown on, in a bunch of past videos with these graphs and charts showing how Dogecoin has, rocketed in the past. And if it does it again, it's like, look out. So it's worth it having a good chunk of Doge for that. But that's going to be on the backs of some big event happening, such as Doge on X payments or for Tesla cars or something like that. And then it's like, look out. So it's good to have accumulated Doge and you wait for that. You wait for that to happen. Otherwise, Doge is going to mostly follow Bitcoin. Doesn't usually quite have as big as gains as Bitcoin when there's not any specific news behind Dogecoin. But Doge does pretty well. But we also like Doge because of the dogs and the memes and the community. But a lot of people like Doge just because it's money. It's future money. At least that's what Elon is saying, right? It's favorite cryptocurrency as a currency, better at transactions than Bitcoin. And it's worth it. It's worth it to have a good chunk of Dogecoin right now in 2024. This could be the epic year for Doge. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But accumulating like we have been doing over the past 8-9 months when we've been talking about what's coming for Dogecoin. So when Doge was down at 5 cents and 6 cents, we were buying. Even at 8 cents, we were buying. Now, 20 cents, if it holds, that could be the last we see of the teens. I kind of think we're going to probably have a dip back down in the teens. Mostly, that's how Doge performs. They're going to want to take out some of the liquidity that's down a little lower and also wipe out some leveraged longs that people have. And I can show you on a chart in a little bit what that looks like, because there is a heat map chart that shows where all of that leverage is. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit as well. A monthly fee to use the Robinhood app. There's no monthly fee. You don't have to join their gold program. I mean, if you do, it's just a few bucks a month. But you don't need it unless you have a big chunk that you want to get interest on and you want to do a bunch of the extra things. But no, there's no monthly fee to use Robinhood. You just put money on it and you buy crypto. Now, the prices aren't always the best on what you can get when you buy. That's why I like to use limit orders on Robinhood to get the price I want, as opposed to doing a market order. So as long as you do that, you'll be fine. Jay the Barber thinks Doge is $1.50. So Zippy watched my Saturday video on the 7-year cycle for Dogecoin. In May of 2028, if Doge's price is $30, its total market cap would be over 4 trillion. That's right, it would be. But where is the rest of the crypto market going to be in 2028? What's the price of Bitcoin going to be in 2028? See, if Bitcoin just goes to 300K, which was just in this article right here we looked at, right? So 300K for Bitcoin, right? So that's going to be a 4x from here. And we look at where Bitcoin is now. Bitcoin has, let me get that right. So Bitcoin right now has a market cap of 1.4 trillion. So you do a 4x from there, and you've got Bitcoin at over $5.5 trillion. Over $5.5 trillion. So if Dogecoin goes up to $30, it still isn't higher than Bitcoin at 300K. It's not unreasonable, and we're talking 4 years away from now. If crypto is going to go crazy like a lot of people think it is, it's not completely crazy. I mean, it sounds like it. It's like 30. Let's get to $1 first, right? That's what I say. Let's get to $1 first. But you start looking out there, and man, the potential is there. I'm not saying Doge is going to go to 30. I'm not saying that. I'm just looking at the cycles and what has happened previous cycles. And if that repeats again, that's the potential. That's the potential that Dogecoin has. Hey, Bulldozer, how are you? Yep, and Zippy also says, yep, 5 billion mined per year. Circulating supply would be about 164 billion in 2028. It could be that high, yep. That's right. It's a lot more Dogecoin than there is today. Dogecoin currently one of the top 7 cryptos in the world. Soon it will be among the top 3. Doge $2.60. Loading, Andre says. All within the realm of possibility. Hi, Elistine. Welcome. How are you? Low roller, debt-free if you have to pay taxes in your capital gains taxes. Well, I'm just saying debt-free on your monthly payments for something so that you can use that money for something else. Now, if you sell, let's say crypto, for a profit, then yeah, you're going to have to pay some capital gains taxes on that profit. But that's not debt. That's not considered debt. That's just tax on your profit. The exact time of the Bitcoin halving is, don't know yet. Probably won't really be able to zero in on that until like the 18th or 19th. Because Bitcoin New Bitcoin is not made exactly every 10 minutes. It all depends on the network. Sometimes it's a little faster, sometimes it's a little slower. So, and the halving is based on blocks, not time. So, don't know exactly what time. But for us in the United States, it's going to be early Saturday morning, the 20th. Early. JD says, Doge gets to $1. My man worth almost 3 million pre-tax. Yep, that's it. Although I'm probably going to be taking some profits before then. So I will not have all of my Dogecoin when Dogecoin hits $1. I'll have already taken some profits on the way up. Just little bits, just layers of little bits, because you don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. Anything can happen. This cycle, I'm going to be taking profits. Is that the best thing to do? I don't know. No one knows. But what if Dogecoin instead went up to 80 cents and that's as high as it went, and then it turned around and started coming down? If you were waiting for $1, then you still have all your Dogecoin while it's price is going down again. And I did that last cycle. I'm not going to do that this cycle. Nobody can guess the top. Nobody knows what the top is going to be this cycle. So I'm going to take some profits along the way. Thanks for subbing, Northwest. Appreciate it. Followed me on X as well. And for all of you that are here, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Also give a like to the stream. Get more people coming in. Talk about Doge, talk about crypto. I've got some charts and graphs to show you that going on with Dogecoin in just a little bit as I'm catching up on the chat here. Yeah, Robinhood takes their cut, John, because there's a big spread between the bid and the ask that they do. So right now, Doge is 20.2 cents, right? 20.2. If you do a market order right now on Dogecoin, you will not get your Dogecoin for 20.20. You'll pay like 20.22 or 20.23, something more than that actual price. And so that bit between what is being shown on Binance here, which is generally considered to be the official price because there's more trading on Binance than any other exchange. So that difference between the Binance price and what they actually sell you the Dogecoin for, which is going to be a little more than that Binance price, that's their profit. That's their profit. So there's no fee in making a Dogecoin buy, but there is a gap between the Binance price and what Dogecoin sells it to you for when you do a market buy. Now, if you want to get around that, then you do a limit buy. You say, okay, I'm going to do a limit order buy at 20.205, which is the current price. Well, guess what? Dogecoin will not sell it to you when Binance shows 20.205 cents. They're going to wait, and they're going to wait, and they're going to wait until it's significantly different than that, so they can make their profit on that too. So even on limit orders, they make their profit. And as long as you know that and you can live with that, you can trade on Robinhood. Most people don't even know that. They just buy on Robinhood. That's the price, which in the grand scheme of things, what's the difference, right? Between 20.19 and 20.20, not a lot of difference, but that's where they make their money. Especially when we know where Dogecoin's going. And it's going to be a lot higher than it is now. Yeah. So Dogecoin will not be $32 this August. Probably not. $2 this bull run, Mario says. Yeah. The Boston Celtics looking good for the NBA playoffs. They're coming. Something good in Boston, but certainly the hockey team, not so good. Baseball team, Red Sox gotten off to a good start, but we kind of think it's not going to last. The team isn't that good. So little excitement in the spring, but that'll probably die off. Boston Bruins hockey, good team. They'll be in the playoffs. So we got some good things going on in Boston teams. When will Doge reach its all-time high? I wish I knew, Simi. I wish I knew. We can guess. The 4-year cycles will say it's sometime in 2025. If you follow the 4-year cycles, which we do a lot on this channel, show the 4-year cycles, and we look at possible peaks. But it's going to depend on the news and when that news hits. When is Doge going to be integrated onto X Twitter? When is Doge going to be accepted by Tesla as payments for cars? You know, those kinds of things. We can't predict those dates. It's going to be what it's going to be. We just have to be ready with our bags full for when that happens. Flying Tiger says like and sub. Thank you. What's going to happen on 420? I think, again, a lot's going to depend on Bitcoin right now. And I think Doge is going to be following the Bitcoin trading. So we're going to be seeing Bitcoin probably run up over the next 11 days. I think there's going to be a slight run up, sort of the classic buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing right before the halving. Bitcoin is probably going to hit a new all-time high between now and the halving, is what I think, which will allow Doge then to climb up even higher than the 20.16 cents that it is right now. I think that's what we're going to see. Andre wants to know what my favorite exchange is and why. It is Coinbase, right there. Coinbase is my favorite exchange. And the reason is because I think they have the best sort of price action. I mean, you're not paying like Robinhood. You're not overpaying for your Doge. The difference between the bid and the ask, that spread is so thin, so narrow, because they have a lot of volume of trading. So I like that. They have a little fee. The fee isn't that bad. And then you can very easily transfer your Doge to your Ledger wallet or to MyDoge or to Exodus wallet, to Trust Wallet, wherever you want to transfer it to. You can do that with just one move on Coinbase. You don't have to move it to Coinbase wallet and then move it again. It's just one move. They give you a wallet address to use so you can transfer your Doge. So I do most of my trading with Coinbase. I have used Robinhood. I've used Webull. I used to use Binance US because I can't use the main Binance because I'm not able to in the United States. But I used to trade a lot with Binance.us until they stopped the banks from allowing you to transfer your fiat money either from your bank onto Binance US or offloading it from Binance.us back to your bank. You can't do that with Binance.us anymore. And so since then, they've lost over half of their trading volume. So there's not great liquidity on their platform, on their exchange. It's hard to buy and sell large amounts of crypto. And when you sell, you've got to sell like to Tether, to USDT. And then what do you do with that? If you want to cash out, you have to take that USDT and then transfer it somewhere else, where you can then sell the USDT to US dollars that then you can offload back to your bank account. But there's fees for all that. You pay a fee to sell your Doge to Tether. You pay a fee to transfer your Tether from one exchange to a different exchange. And then you pay another fee to sell your Tether to cash. And it's like all those fees add up. So I cleared everything off of Binance US. I don't support them anymore. So Coinbase is my number one exchange that I use. Brian thinks Robinhood's fee is about 0.38%. It's actually worse when there's high volume, because we've seen that with Dogecoin. When there's high volume, their fee is a lot more, and that's where they make tons of money, because then that spread between the bid and the ask gets really big when the volume pops up on Robinhood. JD says, I own a little over half of a BTC, so tempted to sell it and add to my Dogecoin bag. Yeah, so if we look at the Bitcoin, the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, which we do a lot on this channel for those that don't frequently watch me, and we look at the daily chart, and we can see Dogecoin has actually performed really well against Bitcoin from the end of February to today. This yellow line was my target line at 0.00003. That was that yellow line there. And we did hit that just a couple weeks ago. And then, of course, Bitcoin outperforms Doge a little bit when there's a retracement, but then we have Doge catching up again to Bitcoin. So from here, if we zoom out even more on the daily, we can see where Dogecoin used to be back in 2022 against Bitcoin. And it was double where it is now against Bitcoin. And that was in December of 2022. That's not even going all the way back to 2021 when it was even higher. That's just right here. So Dogecoin could outperform Bitcoin quite a bit coming up. And I would kind of expect that to happen. At least outperform Bitcoin by double, to go from 0.0003 up to 0.0006 in the Doge BTC trading pair. And it's a good looking chart for Doge, the Doge against BTC. That's looking pretty good. But then you also want to look at, well, how long have you held that half Bitcoin? Have you held it at least a year? Because as soon as you sell it, you got to pay capital gains on the profits. And if you haven't held it for a year, that's an additional 15 to 20% off that profit that you're going to pay in tax. So you're already behind when you buy the Dogecoin by that amount. So you got to be careful about that. AJ is asking about Jasmy. So Jasmy, looking very good today. It's been up. So it's up to 2.2 cents for Jasmy. So that's a good run. If we look at the 4-hour chart on Jasmy, we can see that Jasmy has sort of recovered on that pullback from the end of March. That was that April 1st pullback. Jasmy got hit pretty hard with that. But now we have a nice cup here. So with that cup on the 4-hour chart, I would expect to see probably a handle and then a move up. That's what I would expect to see with Jasmy, with something like that. This is a classic cup and handle kind of setup here that I see on the Jasmy chart. This is on a 4-hour. So there could be some dip buying opportunities for Jasmy coming up. Actually, the Dogecoin chart almost looks like a cup right there. Little blip in the middle of that cup. And it looks like it's starting to form the handle already on the Doge chart. I mean, that's, let me actually get this to be the right color here. But yeah, this is looking like a classic cup and handle is started. And then from there, we would then finish this handle out. I'll put that in orange going forward to finish the handle and then would move up. That would be a classic cup and handle move for Dogecoin right there. And it looks like it's already doing the handle. Something like that. Yeah, DJ Meat talking about the Robinhood. Yeah, you pay a lot more. 2020 versus 2027. That makes sense. Again, it changes based on the volume of trading, is what I've seen. It's not a fixed number like that. It varies depending on the volume of trading. Yeah, you're a bit late. That's okay, CDM. I feel like Bitcoin will hit 76K and then have a small dip. Yeah, we could see Bitcoin going up to 76K into the halving and then dip back down to like 70. DJ Meat says maybe down to 50 or 55. Wow. That is a bearish. That's bearish post-halving move. But it could. That could happen. Mark wants to know, will Doge dip one more time? Or is it up from here? There's always dips. It's like how dippity-do, right? Do the dips go? And Dogecoin's looking very strong up here above 20 cents. Will 20 cents be the new support line? Or will it dip back into the 19s, maybe back and retest 17 and a half? That could if there's a big Bitcoin dip, because right now that's what it would take, in my opinion, to see Doge come back down to a lower price. That would only be if Bitcoin goes on a dip as well. That's what I see. Hi, Mr. Cheyenne's mom. How are you? Hopefully we're rich from Doge. That's what we're talking about. Probably depends on how much one's holding. That for the millionaire piece, yep. Yeah, if you have 3 million Dogecoin and Doge hits 33 cents, you're a millionaire. If you've got 1 million Dogecoin, you need Doge to go to $1. Millionaires will be made this cycle, though. They will be made. And there's always spell token. Yeah, low roller. Always spell token. 8 green monthly candles for Bitcoin. The halving, you can see it reverse on sell the news. Yeah, knock stars, we could see that. So here's the Bitcoin chart, and we're looking at the monthly. And look at this monthly chart. Isn't this a beautiful thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 7 green candles in a row, and we're now on the 8th. The 8th one is green right now. Never happened in Bitcoin's history. That many green candles in a row. I mean, this run up here we had in 2020 into 2021 was close, but there was one little dip in September. But it wasn't much of a dip there. And even before that in June, there wasn't much of a dip. So this whole run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1 year. In 1 year, Dogecoin went up. Bitcoin went up 800%. 800%. So what are we talking now so far for these 8 candles? We're talking 175%. Just getting started. Just getting started. That's why people think that Bitcoin can do a 4x from here to do that same 800% move that Bitcoin did 2020 into 2021. That big move there. That's what we're talking about could happen here as well. Crazy, but we could see it. What's up, Bull Run? Hey, D, how are you? Yeah, in short term, I mean, I just look at the price just because it's something to talk about every day. I don't really care about the price. I'm not trading it, but I'm interested in the price because of I get to talk to you guys about it. And you're always asking about the price. So I got to know what the price is. I got to know what the price is. And I look at support and resistance lines and trends and all of those things as well. And yes, Bull Run, you're correct. Doge isn't the only one that's going to make millionaires. Absolutely. You can become a millionaire with your Pepe. Or if you're diversified enough, you just add up all your coins and you become a millionaire. Sure. There will be millionaires made in Bitcoin as well. So yeah, that will happen. So what else going on? Why is the Dogecoin price up today? Well, I already told you it's Bitcoin, but these guys, they go and they talk about key resistance about to break. I'm looking at the cup and handle. That's looking good to me, but these guys are looking at this resistance and support lines here. They've got resistance at 21 cents. They've got support at 17. I don't think we're going to be dropping down to 17. Momentum turns bullish. Yes, we've had big uptick in the volume candles. A lot of whales buying Dogecoin. That always helps. And they're talking about this daily MACD crossover. Looks like that's coming up. Or here's the MACD crossover. And we're talking about another golden cross about to happen on the daily. So another golden cross for Doge. All of that is coming. Looking good. Dogecoin crosses 20-cent mark. Chart gives trader unrealistically bullish hopium. That's what we're talking about. Is this unrealistic? We're just comparing to what happened in the past. And I just showed you on the Bitcoin chart where Bitcoin went on an 800% run last bull cycle. An 800% run. And the run that we're seeing now for Bitcoin is less than 200%. So the potential is there for Bitcoin to do a 4x from here, which takes it to 300K. And if Bitcoin goes to 300K, Dogecoin is 80 cents at a minimum. So that's the base. And that's without a huge catalyst for Dogecoin. There'll be excitement, there'll be FOMO. But if Bitcoin goes on that kind of run, Dogecoin will be trading very well too. And then Dogecoin can go crazy when its big catalyst hit. That's what Dogecoin can do. Doge in new bull market, says Crypto Trader. New bull market. That's where we are. Doge's move resembles patterns that we saw in the 2018 to 2021 period. I've shown that a number of times before, showed it with the 7-year cycles. Look, Doge has done this before. We saw in 2020 this giant descending wedge. Doge broke out of that. If that same thing happens again here, and we're already seeing that breakout again from 8 cents when it broke out, we're now up to 20. Where could this go from here? Minimum $2. And then the 7-year cycle showed the big secondary run that goes all the way up even higher. No guarantees, but again, just if history repeats again, and I guess the quote that we had was, a lot of times trading rhymes. It doesn't actually repeat, but it rhymes. So it does follow these patterns. It follows these trends. And Doge is just setting up for this huge run. Dogecoin price prediction is Doge remains the largest meme coin in the world. $1 Doge? Well, of course, they're going to talk about $1 Doge. That gets everybody's attention. Is Dogecoin going to hit $1? I think it's too early to start talking about that $1 Doge. There's going to be a lot of resistance up there before we get to that. Before we get to that point. So we know Dogecoin has been up to 73, 74 cents before getting shorted all to hell, all the way down. But we could see, and we do see the beginnings of the same bullish pattern that Dogecoin has seen before, which could lead to another giant run. Of course, Dogecoin didn't drop back below a penny. The lowest it hit in this past bear market was 4.9 cents. It did not go back to a penny. So the spring point for Dogecoin in this bull run is much higher than it was back in 2020. And meanwhile, CB Doge reminds us, X Payments now has 23 states. And Elon said that he will start X Payments up when he gets all 50 states for their money transmitter licenses. It's coming. It's coming. So all that is in the works. Dogecoin price sees 6% rise. Is now a good time to buy Doge? Well, what do you think? I still think there's going to be dips. You can buy Doge at 20 cents, but DCAing is usually the best way. Then you're guaranteed to keep buying no matter what the price is. Sometimes you'll be waiting for a dip and the dip doesn't happen. So you have to watch out for that. But any time is a good time to buy Doge. But here we are, 20 cents. That's where Doge is now. 20 cents. So with Doge Day and the halving looming, is now the time to buy Doge. Data suggests traders are beginning to position themselves for some volatile price action in the near future. Open interest in Doge's perpetual futures has rocketed to over $1.6 billion, more than triple than the $500 million that perpetual futures was back in February. So we have that, and Dogecoin becomes the second largest crypto traded on Korea's top exchange. So the Koreans are trading Dogecoin. We're seeing the volume tick up. This is on Upbit, which is a Korean exchange, and we're seeing Bitcoin number one volume in trading, and Doge is number 2 now. Volume of trading on Upbit. So that's happening. So Dogecoin, can Doge create millionaires in 2024? So this is what we're here to talk about, right? Can Dogecoin create millionaires? But of course, right? Dogecoin goes up enough, you got enough Doge, you can become a millionaire. Doge's journey from meme to mainstream, because Doge is now mainstream. I mean, it's been a top 10 cryptocurrency for how long now? Not so much of a joke anymore, is it? A legitimate investment asset with a market capitalization in the billions. So can Dogecoin reach $1? Dogecoin's sudden pump on the 7th of April grabbed the attention of the entire crypto market as it rose up to 20.4 cents. Goes up, goes down. But here's the chart I wanted to show you guys. This is the heat map. And so what this chart is showing here is there's a lot of leveraged longs that have their liquidation price down here. And that is probably about 18.5 cents up to maybe 19.2 from this big run up that we had the other day, that first run before this morning's run up to 20 cents. So this is showing big liquidations could happen. And we have seen time and time again, whenever that happens, we've seen these big drops. This big drop that we had here was to liquidate longs. And then it even dropped further to liquidate more longs. So this heat map is showing huge amounts of liquidity in this range here, from about 18.5 to about 19.2. Chances are there's going to be a dip in the Dogecoin price down to that 18, almost 18.5 cent range to wipe out all of that liquidity that is for leveraged long trading. We've seen it time and time again. Is that a guarantee? Nope, it's not. But we've seen it happen before. Most likely, there's going to be a dip. And it's going to wipe all of that out. So for those that are opening leveraged long positions, look out. Be careful with that. I do not do leveraged long trading. I do not do shorting. And I no longer do swing trading. I'm buy and hold, DCA, be patient, and wait this thing out. I think it's going much higher. And the little gains you make with the trading, and yes, you could do a 20x leveraged long, sure. But the chance of losing it all is pretty big. Because the market makers in the exchange see your bid. They know what your price is. That's information they know. And they, with the whales, can manipulate the market. Yes, I use the word manipulate. They can manipulate the market. They can drop the price and wipe out leveraged longs. We see it happen again and again and again. What did we say back in December? Don't F this up. Just don't F it up. Even Raw Paul says, as rich as he is, it's like, don't trade with leverage. Don't F it up. Buy, accumulate, hold. Good times are going to come. This is going to be an epic bull rally for crypto. I believe it. I'm all in. Let's go. Right? Let's go. Is there a guarantee in that? No, there's no guarantee in that. But I believe in the 4-year cycles. I believe that everything that I'm seeing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Solana, despite all its problems with its blockchain, is still going to make money. And yes, bull run, even your beloved Pepe, you're going to make money. And there's more money to be had. So that's where I am. That's where I am. So what to expect with Dogecoin? A and B crypto planned on looking at the weekly chart, find more possible targets. As per our analysis, if a bull run actually happens, and this is Q2, so this is April through June. Just April through June. AMB is looking at 34.9 cents. Now, you guys that follow me already know that that's pretty close to 35 cents, right? And what have I been saying about Dogecoin? What's the yellow line I have had up here this whole time? It's 35 cents. That's the 35-cent line. And somehow AMB Crypto is saying 34.9. That's right there. Pointing to that line. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see that happen. Right up to 35 cents. I'm waiting for that. In the next 3 months, sure, I'll take it. That'll be great. But again, that's just the next 3 months. We're just getting started. That's what I say. And so Gene asked, what's your price prediction for Dogecoin in the next 3 months? So there you go. AMB Crypto gave it for me. There it is. Bull Run's going to let me know when Pepe makes you a multimillionaire. Look forward to it. So Shlomi, you're asking, what's your minimum price to start taking profits? There it is, 35 cents. And that's just for me. Now, some of you will say, that's too low. What are you taking profits for? 35 cents. Doge is going to go so much more. You just said Doge was going to go to 75, 80 cents. You just said Doge is going to go to $1. We don't know that. This cycle, I am playing the let's take profits this time around. And I will be skimming profits. Now, at 35 cents, if I sell 10% of my Dogecoin, and then the price drops down into like the 20s, maybe I buy back in. I don't know. We'll see what's going on there. But I'm planning on taking some off the table when it gets over 35 cents. If it only hits 34.9, it's like, nope, not there yet. Not there yet. Mark says we're more than a meme. People don't understand transactions work the best with Doge. Can't buy anything with Pepe or WIF. That's right. All those meme tokens are just meme tokens for the price. SHIB you can do stuff with because there's a lot of like BitPay. Those that accept BitPay can have the option to accept SHIB tokens, but not many other memes. But Doge, yes, absolutely. And there are many that are exclusively Doge, like that Williamsburg Pizza in New York City. They have a Doge terminal. It's just Dogecoin. They don't accept other cryptocurrencies. It's just Doge. And when Elon started merch, Tesla merch sales exclusively in Doge, not other cryptocurrencies. It was just Doge. Yeah, back in 2017, 2018, Doge hit all-time highs. That's when it first went over a penny. Yep. Sure. Following that pattern, Doge could be up in the dollars. Yes. Well, Carson, if you're loving the emojis, you got to become a member of the channel, because then you can use all of these great Dogecoin emojis, as well as we've got these other cool Doge emojis. Become a member of the channel. And also, if you become a member of the channel, then you are eligible. you will receive Dogecoin from me from the Kriss DCA portfolio, which is now back over $30,000. That's awesome. So we are up over 200% now on our Kriss DCA portfolio, of which Doge is just over 50% of the overall allocation. And I will be selling all of the other cryptos in this portfolio, and the Dogecoin here, this 75,000 Dogecoin, I'll be giving out to you guys. But you have to go to my YouTube channel and you have to hit the join button. I appreciate the subscriptions, those that subscribe to me. Awesome. Love the support, but that won't get you Dogecoin. You got to do something more to get Dogecoin from me, and that's become a member of the channel. You get a check mark next to your name. Your name is in green in the chat, and particularly when things start going crazy during the live streams, I'm probably only going to get to the members and the super chats. I'm probably not going to be able to talk about everybody's chats and messages during live streams, because when Dogecoin really starts moving, there'll be a lot more people here in the chat. But I do give preferential treatment to those who become members of the channel. So we have all that going on, but the big thing is going to be this, and it's going to be, what is this portfolio going to be worth? The top of the bull market. This isn't like George's fake portfolio where he doesn't really buy the crypto. We really bought this crypto. I put $10,000 in here, and now it's at 30,000. Real money, real crypto, and I'm giving this crypto away. The longer you're a member of the channel, the more Dogecoin you're going to get, to be fair to everyone. So those that buy in right at the end, you'll get some Doge, but not as much Doge as those that have been a member of the channel longer. I'm guessing, and I've already looked at it pretty much, you're going to be getting back Dogecoin that's going to be worth a lot more than what the monthly channel membership is worth. You know, what you're paying for that monthly membership, the Doge you get back is going to be worth a lot more than that. But you got to do something to get something. And you support the channel by doing that, and we have a lot of fun. So think about that. Think about that. Doge chart looking great. Look at this cup handle forming. It's looking really good, guys. It's looking really good. What's my main wallet look like? My main wallet is this one, which is Ledger. This is where most of my Doge is. I've got Doge on Exodus. I've got Doge in the MyDoge wallet. I don't have much Doge in the MyDoge wallet. I got to put some more in here. I've got Doge. I've got some on Coinbase. I've got some on Robinhood. So it's kind of spread out. It's not all in one place. Christian is looking for the join button. If you're looking at it on your iPhone, you won't see it. You got to go to a computer, a PC, and some say that Androids have the join button. But if you're just looking on your phone, you're in iOS, you're not going to see the join button. But if you go to a PC, you will see the join button right there on the YouTube channel. I don't know why it doesn't work on iOS. That's something between Google and iOS that Google doesn't like Apple. So there you go. There you go. Armando says, I have 13,000 Dogecoins. Will it be enough to make money? Well, of course, it's going to make money. It says, how much, Armando? It's all based on percentages, right? What's your average cost? What did you buy in at? You're going to make money. Everybody's financial position is different. There are some that have tens of thousands of Doge. Some have hundreds of thousands of Doge. Some have millions of Doge. It all depends on your financial position and what you're willing to risk. Again, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees Doge is going up. We don't know that. I think there's a good chance of it, which is why I'm still holding all my Dogecoin, waiting for the price to go up. But there's no guarantees, so there's some risk there. And it depends on the risk of what you're willing to risk in this crypto market. As Elon even said, I wouldn't bet the farm on it. That was a quote of his. Wouldn't bet the farm on it because you don't know. Something big could happen that could cause the crypto market to crash. There's always a possibility of that. So there's always a risk there. Not guaranteed. No flying tiger. Not guaranteed. But I think there's a pretty good chance of it that we're making a lot of money. Remember, I was talking about wealth building. Last summer, when Doge was at 6 cents, I was talking about wealth building. And then I talked more about it again in December, wealth building, when Doge was at 7 cents. It's like, guys, this is happening. And here we are at 20 cents now. And it's like, nope, not time yet. We haven't built our wealth yet. You sell now. Again, I can only say what I'm doing, right? If you want to sell now and take profits, you could do that. But I'm talking about enough to make a change, to really change your financial position. That's what I'm waiting for. To be debt-free, like Josh earlier, right? Wants to be debt-free. Being debt-free is a good thing. You can pay off your mortgage and you can own a house outright. That's a good thing. Real estate is just going to keep going up in price. We've already seen that. Even with the interest rates, that spiked up and the mortgage rates that spiked up and people were saying, oh, there's going to be a crash in the real estate market. Nope, hasn't happened. Real estate's going to keep going up. So I'm going to take some crypto profits and I'm going to rotate it into real estate and I'll be living mortgage free. That gives me that financial freedom then to not have debt, own the real estate, have no other debt, and live pretty well. I already have a good life, but taking that next level, that's what I'm working on now. We have a new member. Cortland, welcome to the family. We're having fun. And you're welcome. Yep. We went right by 69. Had 6,900 subs for a little bit. And then for like maybe half an hour, it was 69.69. I took a screenshot of that and I put it on X. It was like 69.69. And now I'm over 7K and we are continuing to grow. I appreciate all the support from everyone. Appreciate it. CDM says owning a home is my goal. Yep. I'm a little older than you. I don't have 2 more cycles. Well, I do. I mean, I'll still be alive, but I'll be more relaxing then. So, billionaire, I'll take that. Not hardly. Not going to be that high. Doge and Sheeb. Well, this article is kind of interesting. It's like, what's going on with the Dogecoin killer Shiba Inu? What's going on with Sheeb? There was just a big chunk, 692 billion Sheeb coins were moved from a crypto.com address to an unknown wallet. I'm guessing it was just another crypto.com wallet. That's typically what we see. And then they see the Shiba Inu community just burnt 91 million Sheeb coins. And you would think, wow, 91 million, that's a lot. No, it's not. That's nothing. If they burnt 91 billion, now we're talking. But 91 million sheep, that's not that much. But it all goes into the burn rate and continuing to burn sheep. But sheep's not moving. It's not doing much right now. I still think sheep is going to go on a huge run. At some point in time, it's going to go on a huge run. So I've got some sheep ready for that. And then I'm selling all the sheep and I'm just booking all the profits. I'm not holding sheep past this cycle. I'm going to sell it, take the profit. Thank you very much. Because I missed out on the sheep run last cycle. I was like, I'm not going to miss out this cycle. We don't know what sheep's going to do. But if it does anything like it did last cycle, percentage-wise, I'm going to be on board for that. But you never know. I'm already up 200% on the sheep that I bought. And in our Kriss Pack's portfolio, it's up even higher because we bought it lower. Our sheep here is up 245% because we bought our sheep at 0.00083. And now it's at 28. So yeah, that's pretty good. If you buy sheep now, we're sheep 28.8. It's not, I mean, it's gone up here a bit in April so far, but we go out to the 4-hour chart and you see it's been pretty much sideways since, the big run in early March. It's just been sideways. It's like, that's not a great looking chart. So I would say sheep's resting and eventually it's going to go on another big run. But this run was great. That was a great run there. February 25th up to March 4th. That run itself was 350% right there in a week. So but all eyes on Doge right now. Again, we're going to see this cup and handle form, complete this handle, and then Doge takes off. We'll be watching that. We'll be watching that. You could have already been debt-free, but you put all your money into crypto, risking it all for bigger gains. Yep, there's a lot of us in that position. If you take your profits now, it'll be decent, but it's not going to change your life. We're not at that wealth building point in the crypto market yet, in my opinion. I think this fall is going to be epic trading in crypto. And I'm waiting on that. It takes patience. It does take patience because you see this price action and you're like, get all worried about it, but it's a short-term thinking. Low Roller says, do you believe gold reaching $3,000 at the end of this year? I don't really follow gold. I have it on my chart here, but I don't follow it. 2,300. Wow. Gold has just been going up. Look at that. Up, up, up. Since like mid-February. Let's see what percentage gold is up since mid-February. 17%. 17%. We just showed that SHIB run in 1 week went up 300%. This is gold in 2 months going up 17%. Sure, it's a nice looking chart. 17%. Yeah, we're crypto traders, right? It's like 17%. Come on, you could do better than that, gold. Come on. So that was since February 14th. Let's look at what Bitcoin has done from February 14th to today. Bitcoin on February 14th was 51,000. It's up 38%, so double. Bitcoin has outperformed gold. Double. Now, Dogecoin, February 14th to today. What is that percentage? 144%. So, if you had bought gold on February 14th, you'd be up 17%. Good for you. But if you bought Dogecoin on February 14th, you'd be up 144%. Now we're talking. Are you buying gold there? I'm not. I'm not buying any gold. And we're just getting started. Like I say in crypto, we're just getting started. I'm not buying gold. Bulldozer says, I'm blessed. I own my house. Doge last bull cycle finished it off. Cheers. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. Good feeling, isn't it? It's a good feeling. Board Nerd says, if things go well, I want to invest in a Doge farm and mine till the next cycle. Financial independence. Mining Dogecoin could be a huge thing because that Dogecoin network, I mean, the hash rate has been going up. That hash rate on Doge mining could go crazy, particularly if Doge is being used on a platform like X. Can you imagine how much traffic that is and what that does to the movement of Doge? That's going to be huge. So, yeah, that Doge mining might get tougher and tougher. Personally, I don't mine Doge. I haven't invested in a big mining rig. When I was looking at it, it was a bad time that the mining rigs were so expensive. It was going to take me like 2 years just to pay it off, just to break even. And to me, it was like a 2 year. Ugh, not worth it. How much Bitcoin do I own? That's another one I don't exactly know. I have it in a number of different places, but it's not I'm not a full Bitcoiner. Probably half to 2/3 of a Bitcoin, I would say. Let's say about that's how much Bitcoin I have. Something like that. No, it's Doge, Algorand, Avalanche, Jasmy, Sheeb. Those are kind of my biggest ones. Cardano, because I'd sold the Solana, took a big profit on the Solana, rolled it into Cardano. So I got a lot of Cardano. I probably have more of those than Bitcoin, of all of that. Sheeb to the sun. It could. It could. Lucas is asking about other coins that may explode. So I just bought back into Arbitrum because they had last month, they had a big token unlock. And go to the 4-hour chart. This is where I bought right here. So almost back to my buy point. But I had sold it back here. And then there was the big sell-off, right, leading into the big token unlock. Because ARB was up here at 215. I sold it actually at about $1.95, but I bought back in at $1.60. So this is one I think is going to do very well for the rest of this cycle. And so I thought, that's worth buying back into. Layer 2 with Ethereum and the Denkun upgrade, it's going to be cheaper for things built on Arbitrum. Arbitrum already has a huge TVL, total value locked, on it. And there's just a lot being built on Arbitrum. So I felt that that was one that was worth buying back into. I didn't get the dip right. It was dipping, and I thought it was going to turn around based on my TA. I was looking at this $1.60 line here, and I was like, okay, it hits $1.60 again. I'm going to buy, and I bought with conviction. Yeah, it went down a little lower, $1.45. I could have got it for, but that's one pick. I think Chainlink has been kind of going sideways as well, like Sheeb has. And we just saw a dip down here to like $17. Now it's like $18.20. So Chainlink probably on another dip would be a good one. Again, I already own a bunch, and I'm not going to buy any more personally. I've got a chunk of it. Chainlink's probably going to go higher. Doge is moving again. Then what am I doing looking at Chainlink? What's Doge doing? Oh, look at that. Nice. We like green candles on Doge when I'm live, right? You're welcome, Lucas. From Germany. Guten Tag. Yes, it will be epic, Bull Run says. Both in the same boat. Patience, patience. That's right. Making money in crypto, it's luck if you're chasing those meme tokens. It's patience for everything else. You buy in and you hold and you be patient. That's all I can say. Gold, haha, no thank you. Yeah, exactly. Price target end of April, Ruslan. Did you see my April price prediction video? Should watch that. That was only a week ago. I don't remember what I said anymore. This is like a week ago. Next quarter, we're looking at 35 cents. So we'll think in those terms, right? We'll think in those terms. I am not watching WrestleMania. I don't care. But Roman Reigns and The Rock and all of that. No, no, thank you. I went to one of those wrestling things at the TD Garden in Boston. Some friends were going to have fun, and I went. It was a big spectacle. It was a lot of fun. I'll admit it. It was fun. But it's like, yeah, come on. Come on. I don't think I don't know, Bull Run. The alt's exploding after the Bitcoin halving. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we're going to see a subdued market after the halving. So my thoughts on Base. I hear a lot of things being built on Base, but I mean, Coinbase isn't making a token, so you can't buy a token. I mean, that's probably smart of Coinbase because they got enough going on with the SEC. If they make a token, the SEC is going to come down on them pretty hard, I think. So, yeah. And the volume on Cardano, it hasn't been great. You look at the daily and you're like, well, a little bit of tick up here from, well, that's the end of February. I guess that's been okay, better than where the volume was in January and February. But that's like most cryptos. I mean, look at Dogecoin volume, and it's just huge compared to where it was in January and February. Sorry, you can't see because I had your comment there, but you can see the Dogecoin volume from late December, January, February was almost nothing. And then the end of February, the volume just took off. Cardano's, not that great. Cardano's pretty much been sideways since December. Look at that. Cardano hit 60 cents back in December, and it's been sideways since. Ugh. That's not great. And where was Dogecoin on the 9th of December? The 9th of December, Dogecoin had actually gone up quite a bit to 10 cents. So Dogecoin has doubled in that time period, where Cardano flat. How crazy is $5 for Doge? I would say it's neither too optimistic or batshit crazy. It may not be this cycle. It may take another cycle. But we have shown that Dogecoin at $5 doesn't make the total market cap some crazy number. 142 billion Doge times 5, that makes it 70 billion? I'm sorry, 700 billion. And 700 billion puts it like at half of Bitcoin's market cap. Of course, Doge wouldn't go on a big run like that without Ethereum also going up. Ethereum's at 443, but at Dogecoin is $700 billion market cap. At $5 Dogecoin, it's still only half the value that Bitcoin is right now. To me, that doesn't seem unreasonable. It's not crazy. Not crazy. But that's me, and I'm optimistic, so. Roman Reigns lost last night against Cody Rhodes. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is. I saw Roman Reigns at the one I went to. Yeah, I don't know Cody. Mr. USA, welcome to the family. You have joined. And I will give you a cool Doge for that. You get a cool Doge. George is saying Bitcoin 500K to $1 million. 300K. We just looked at someone else saying 300K. So that'd be a 4x from here. You know, George is just saying what other people are saying. He saw some article where it was up in that range. Sure. George just repeats other people's posts on X, Twitter, and news articles. And there's a lot of people predicting huge prices for Bitcoin. So of course, George is going to find them and talk about them, right? I do the same thing with Dogecoin. It's what we do. You're already 3x on your ADA. It's all good. I'm 2x on my ADA. No, actually, I am 3x now. Just about. I bought it at 24 cents. Yeah, just a little bit higher. When Cardano hits 72 cents, then I'm at a 3x. Mm-hmm. George says a lot of things. Don't listen to him. You know, George has been more right than wrong. I'll give him that. And very positive through the whole bear market, because he was following the same 4-year cycle that I was. So last summer, when I was doing all my Dogecoin videos, and was very positive about Dogecoin, not a lot of people were listening because it was the middle of the bear market. But people weren't believing when Dogecoin was just sitting there at 6-7 cents for months, not doing anything, low trading volume, very boring, hardly anything in the news. But yet I'm making videos about how much money you can make investing in Dogecoin. And it's playing out. And he was doing the same thing with Bitcoin. Same thing. So yeah, George recently has just been doing way too much on the memes and way too much on the leverage trading for my taste. And I don't watch him as much anymore, especially those Q&A sessions. Oh, just all these people sending him super chats to check out all these meme tokens. It's gotten pretty boring for me. So many times I'll just watch him for the first half and then I turn it off. It's like, okay, I'm good. I'm not going to look at cow. Sorry. I'm not going to look at cow. $0.18 Dogecoin, not bad. Yeah, he trashes Dogecoin every now and then. Now, if Dogecoin's price is going up, then he doesn't trash it, right? Watch him. Next run Dogecoin goes on, he's going to say good things about Dogecoin because that's what he does. You'll see. It'll be a good thing that he'll be saying. Dogecoin has the potential to outperform all the major memes when it goes on a run. Bull Run says, yeah, I really liked George during the bear market. Not so much anymore. I think he became a puppet, getting paid for everything. Yep, that's true. Yeah, we were looking at Doge at $30 and what that would look like. It's huge. It's $4 trillion, right? But if Bitcoin at that time, you go through go through this cycle and then the next cycle, right? And Bitcoin already at 1.4 trillion goes up to even 300,000, right? That's a 4x. So then you've got $5-6 trillion Bitcoin market cap. So Doge at $30 and a 4 trillion market cap, it's not as much as Bitcoin. So it's not totally unreasonable. It's a lot, sure. It's huge. Yes. But when you're talking about wealth building, you can't say that's crazy, will never happen. Because what if it does do that? How much for the total meme coin market? I don't know. I don't look at that. I look at individual coins. And all those others are tokens anyway. From Pepe to WIF to Bonk, they're all tokens. And yeah, they're all in the top 100 cryptos. They've been on great runs. But I don't think they have the potential that Dogecoin has from here going forward. My opinion. George is in France. Yeah, I thought I heard something. He said something about France. Could be. Could be. Mr. USA, proud to be a member. Your wife and I have been watching me. Thanks for all the info. Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining. Welcome to the family. We're having fun here. It's going to be a great ride. It's going to be a great ride, I think, going forward. So super. And then you will be receiving Dogecoin from me. Top of the bull market. We don't know when that's going to be yet. Top of the bull market. We will be celebrating. It's going to be fun giving away that Dogecoin. It's going to be so much fun. Because I know I've got so much other Dogecoin all at a huge profit too. Yeah, board nerd. All the memes, NFTs, metaverse real estate. 99% of them are all going to fall back. 99% of them. I mean, we looked last time at DEX tools, right? So you go to DEX tools and you say, hey, which are the big ones, right? Which are the big ones that are moving? And so you go to the daily gainers and you got, look at these, like Falcon and Monkey up 67,000%. It's like, woo, who's in on Monkey, right? But then you look at the losers and you go like Ghost down 99%, H-Tau down 95, Squid down 93, Smudge down 91. So for everyone that goes up, 99% of them end up going back down. Huge percentages. It's luck. You don't know which one is going to go crazy when they start. If you want to make those 1,000% gains, you've got to get in right at the start, and you don't know if that's the one that's going to go crazy or not. Many get in early and then they take their profits, 20x, 30x, whatever little bit they put in. But then it goes up thousands and they say, oh, if I had sold, I would have made $1 million. But you did sell. So there's a lot of that going on too. And a bunch of those end up crashing back down too. So yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful out there. I'm not a Dogecoin trader. I'm a Dogecoin hodler. I'm a Dogecoin hodler, Spaxy says. Do I trade Doge? No. I used to. A couple of years ago, I was swing trading Dogecoin. And then once we start the bull market, it's like, nope, not going to do it. Because what if you sold at 20 cents and you're saying, well, when it goes back to 18 cents, I'm going to buy back in. And what if it never goes back to 18 cents? I'm not enough of a whale to move the market. And I've got no insider information into market makers and whales or anything else that's going on. So that's gambling, trying to trade Dogecoin in this market. Better just to DCA, buy and hold, and wait for the huge runs that are going to come. And then you sell and you take your profits. That's how I'm playing it. Yeah, I don't do stock options either. I'm not a trader like that. I did a bunch of swing trading in stocks years ago before I got into crypto. Made decent money on that, but it was easier to do with stocks because stocks have earnings reports and it's based on profits and losses of companies for the most part. I found that much easier to do on stocks, but it wasn't anywhere near as fun as this. And nobody cares about my swing trading stocks. Once I got into crypto and Dogecoin, it was just like, now this is fun. This is much more fun. A bull pennant formed for Bitcoin. Could be. All joiners should plan a Florida beach trip. Siesta Key, Destin, celebration at the top of the market for all of us who have ridden the wave of Doge for years and years. I will be down in Florida next week. We are going on vacation, but I will still do daily videos. I will not be live next week. I'm taking the week off from live streams, but I will be recording videos on this vacation. I didn't while I was in Italy, but I will next week in Florida. Yeah, we're taking a little break, get some sun, little beach action. It's been a long winter here in Boston. Nice day today for the eclipse. It was a nice day, although we had kind of hazy, cloudy skies here, so we didn't get the full effect of the solar eclipse. And plus, it was only like 90, 95% coverage here in Boston. But it was a fun event. A lot of people outside. They all had like they were wearing the glasses, or they had these little contraptions where it cast a shadow onto a paper, and you could see the eclipse. I was looking at what some of the other people were doing, and you could see it pretty clear, like the shadow of the sun, even with the somewhat hazy sky that we had. So that was cool. It was a lot of fun today. Recommends on a site or app to use to buy and sell stocks, such as Robinhood. Why don't you just buy it on Robinhood? Right? You just buy it on Robinhood. Buy Robinhood on Robinhood. You played enough with memes during the bear market, made good money, but not now. No more meme mania. Waiting for the alts to take off. You've got Shiba and Pepe. I've got Shiba and Bonk. Those are my two. Waiting for the next big run, and then I will sell them, take my profits. I'm good. Doge, I'm going to layer out. Just take little bits of profits here and there, not sell it all. I'm not going to sell all my Dogecoin. Some people hear just one part of what I say is, well, Kriss is selling all his Dogecoin. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not selling all my Dogecoin. But I will be taking little slices. I didn't join the waiting for the Robinhood gold card. I decided not to get it. I actually get 3% back on my grocery and restaurant purchases on my current card. So I'm good. I'm not going to take on another card. Although I am a Robinhood Gold member, but that's just because I had already been one, and when I had cash sitting on Robinhood waiting to buy, and while that cash was sitting there, I was earning interest on it. And so now it's I still have a little bit of cash on there, earning a little bit of interest, not quite enough to pay for the monthly fee, but I intend to, when I start taking profits on Robinhood, then the profits from the crypto will sit there and be earning that 5% interest, or whatever the interest is at that time. So even if I take profits on crypto, the money will still be making interest until I decide to like totally withdraw it to my bank account, because I'm going to use it to buy something else. So that's my plan. Will Doge retest this week? It could. We looked at the heat map, and we said Dogecoin could come back down into this 19-cent range, maybe even down to 18.5 if the market makers and the whales want to dump the market and liquidate all this leverage down here. We could see that happening. That's the time you have some cash on hand ready to buy. When there's blood in the market, that's when you buy, right? That could happen. The exchanges don't want to pay out all this leverage for these leverage longs. They don't want to do that. They lose money on that deal. They'd rather wipe you out. And we see that happen. Like we saw back here, these huge drops where those leveraged longs just got liquidated, wrecked. And now look where it all is. It's right there. 18.5 to 19.2, that range right there. Nope, I'm not retired. I'm still working. I'm still working. The advantages of me having a job is it's a good health plan. And I still put into my 401k with matching funds. So I'm getting free money all going into my 401k. And I like what I do, actually. I like the people I work with. It's a rewarding job. I mean, if I wasn't doing that, well, what I'd be doing? Just sitting here talking to you guys all day? I guess I could, but nope, still working. Not ready to retire yet. I could, but nope, not ready yet. Still having fun. As long as work is still fun, it's like, keep doing it. Keep doing it for a while. A momentum shift in an hour? And we're just kind of going sideways right now. But better to go sideways at 20 cents than at like 8 cents where we were back in February. That was just not too long ago. 2 months ago, we were at 8 cents. And now we're hanging out at 20 cents. Life is good. Look at it. We're making a little run right now. Let's go. Let's go, Dogecoin. I am an architect. Thus, I'm not already rich, because architects, we don't make a ton of money. It's not the most profitable field of work, but it's creative, very rewarding. I get to work on great projects, work with great people. So now I've taken all of that and I've invested it all into crypto where I can make some real money, because you're not going to make it in architecture. But it's a good job, great people, fun projects, kind of good at it. Of course they're going to liquidate, Bull Run says. They want to make that money. Well, more, they don't want you to make the money, right? They don't want you to make money. They want you to trade, right? They want those commissions, but they don't want you to make money on leverage. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you're an HVAC, cool. Yep, I work with a lot of mechanical engineers designing HVAC systems for my buildings. It's always good. I work really well with my engineers because I like buildings that are all integrated and all work together. From structural, electrical, plumbing systems, mechanical systems. That's what I do. Yeah, CDM. I know architecture school was crazy. I did 5 years of architecture school. Very intense, especially when you get a project done and then you have to have a jury come in. You got to present your project to the jury. There were some rough juries in there, really rough, but it makes you stronger. You went into software development? A failing field now thanks to AI. Somebody needs to program the AI though, right? Are you asking me, low roller? Student loan debt? I had student loans that I paid off in 5 years. And that was a long time ago. But I paid it off. I didn't do much else. I wanted to pay those loans off. That was my number one thing. And I did it. But that was a long time ago. How much do you need at Robinhood with the 5% to pay for your membership? I did the math at the time. I don't remember it off the top of my head. You just have to do the math of what is the monthly cost of Robinhood Gold. I don't remember that number off the top of my head. What's that monthly membership? And then do the math backwards of how much you need in that account on that 5% interest to break even. Just do that math. You got laid off from software development job. Now you get paid to make AI better at coding. There you go. It's good, MacMan. See, CDM, you need to talk to MacMan. That's what you need to do. Talk to MacMan. That's what this channel is for, like connecting people, right? It's $5 a month. How much do you need to hold to make $5 a month? Let's see if we can do the math. Right? Let's see what the math is. Well, it's $5 a month. So that means for a year, right, that would be $60, right? Because that's what you have to do. The 5% would be yearly. So you have to get to $60. So it's about $1,200. Right? Yeah. $1,200. If you have $1,200 just sitting in your Robinhood account with gold membership, you break even. That wasn't that hard to do. Math. Maths, a calendar. All right, 1,200. Just stick that in Robinhood and you break even. It pays for your gold membership. And actually, it would actually be a little bit less than that because of your compounding interest, right? Because you're making interest on that every month. If you can do that math, you're smart. I can't do that math. I don't even remember what my student loan percentage was and all that. I know going to school was cheaper back then, for sure. But then the salary I made when I graduated was pretty low. That was really low. With a degree, it was less than what minimum wage is now. It was low. And I had a degree. My notification came out. Great, Rod. For those for those of you that haven't turned your notifications on, that have subscribed to my channel, you gotta hit that little down arrow next to subscribe and then hit all. And once you do that, then every time I go live, you'll be sure to get that notification. Oh, probably UConn will win tonight. Probably UConn, although that Zach Edney guy looks pretty good from Purdue, but UConn. That's kind of what most people were guessing. March Madness for crypto. Did you see? Didn't you see who won that? You didn't see. It's on my ex Twitter. Scroll down a little bit. Dogecoin defeats Bitcoin in the final and wins the 2024 crypto March Madness. Yes, the all-time winner was Doge. Doge won the March Madness for crypto 2024. What was the percentage? It was like 64% Doge, 65. 65.9% Dogecoin, Bitcoin 34.1. So fairly close. But it's kind of what we expected, right? Since most of my followers are Dogecoin lovers, so. But we kind of thought it was going to be Doge against Bitcoin in the final. Doge won. There it is. Dogecoin. Yeah, follow me on X Twitter. I'm at ChrissPax for you guys that haven't followed me there, having some fun. Had the graphic for tonight's live stream here on X Twitter. Will Dogecoin make millionaires in 2024? What are people saying to that? I haven't even looked yet. If it hits $3 for Niraj, 21 million says the question is how much millionaires will Doggy make? How many millionaires? Could be a lot. Could be a lot. Uncle Luke says that ship sailed long ago. Any newbies to the space need to look at new memes if they want life-changing money. Not necessarily there, Uncle Luke. Doge can go flying. And you look at new memes, it's like the needle in a haystack. You don't know which is the ones that are going to go crazy. You don't know. So, you don't know. Meanwhile, Doge still going up, 20.35. Nice. Look at ETH, 37.24. ETH is making a big move. Big move up. You're welcome. We figured it out together. Of course, Doge beats Bitcoin on the Kriss channel. Of course. That was kind of part of the game, though, right? Maybe it was more to see how much Doge was going to win by. But that was fun. Just something to do on X. What else going on tonight? Not too much. Bitcoin trying to get back to 72K, pretty close. Maybe it's going to hang out at this level for a while. It will be Bitcoin. All right, everyone. Hey, hope everyone has a great night. Go UConn. Basketball final. And I'll be live again Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So come back for the next live stream. Make sure that you're subscribed, notifications on. Always hit the like. Appreciate that. And think about joining the channel if you haven't already. You'll get some Dogecoin from me. Till then, hope you're all well. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.